You would think a game-winning three-pointer made with just 1 single second left in the game would seal the deal, right? Well, believe it or not, this just isn't the case. Like when the Houston Rockets got a clutch corner three from PJ Tucker, putting them up 2 against the Jazz with only a second left, with the crowd screaming and PJ walking away thinking he just iced the game. You would think this would be it. But then Ingles tossed it to a deep Bojan, who launched against 2 Rocket defenders for the game. That was Bojan's second 3 in the entire game. Oof, PJ's gotta sit down for that one. Or how about when the Thunder are searching for their man to take this game against the Pelicans in overtime? Shai gets the pass and from just in front of the logo, throws it up over Garrett Temple and bang, ties it up. They're headed into overtime. Or are they? With 1.4 seconds left, the Pelicans need a prayer. They give it to Devontae Graham and with a heave, they get it. The Pelicans storm the court and Shai cannot believe he didn't get the final highlight of the night. But sometimes it could be a whole team that ruins early celebrations. For the Minnesota Timberwolves here, they are up by 17 with just 3 minutes to go against the Kings. Everything seems safe. But then flash forward and Buddy Hield gets in a quick 3 to get the Kings going. Flash forward more and again, Buddy finds a triple and suddenly it's a 3-point game. And this just secures the Wolves' collapse. De'Aaron Fox pulls off one of the boldest bets in the game. He intentionally misses the free throw and gets 2 points with a layup. Minnesota went from comfortable lead to sweating as they head into overtime. With Andrew Wiggins missing the game-tying 3 in OT, Sacramento walks away with an amazing comeback. Maybe next time, Cat. We interrupt these game-defying comebacks and clutch shots to bring you Kemba Walker, shimmying away after he bet the bounce is on the rim and we're going to go his way. There's 1 minute left in the game. Pay attention. You're not Kawhi on the Raptors, man. You're Kemba on the Hornets. Let's get back to some clutch shots shimmy free. Okay, this is better. The Wizards have just hit a clutch shot from behind the arc to get a 2-point lead with barely any time left on the clock. The Bulls pass it to DeRozan. He pivots and hits a fadeaway 3 to vaporize any claims that the Wizards would win that game. This wasn't even his first-time game winner. He did this in back-to-back games. Sometimes there's flat out nothing you can do about these moments, but other times a little communication can go a long way. Like the Golden State Warriors, the dynasty started getting a little too comfortable. Draymond is running the floor and finds Curry open in the corner, but decides with a closing out Dirk that he might as well make the extra pass for even more open 3. But in reality, he's passing the ball to an already celebrating Clay with his hands up, for in his mind, Curry's made 3. The ball hits Thompson's leg and then in panic gets a horrible pass back that goes out of bounds. The Splash Brothers might need a lesson in staying humble. Speaking of humble, what do you know? It's the 2016 NBA Finals. We all know what this is. The 73-9 Warriors cruise all year, and fans are already celebrating being the best team in the sport's history. Except LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers have other plans. Through moments like LeBron blocking Andre, Kyrie and James each put up 41 points in the same game. These final games teach that celebrations could come back to bite you even if you're far down on the line. Other moments don't wait that long to get you back. Just ask Brooklyn when they took on Dallas. Kevin Durant uses a timely screen to ice in a late 3 to bring his team up by 1. We're this far into the video, so do you really think that's the shot that we're talking about though? Nope. In the final possession, all eyes are on Luka Magic. He dribbles and keeps the ball alive until the double team comes. Then he swings over to Spencer Dwindle, who rises and gets his team the win. DeMar DeRozan meets Spencer Dwindle, the guy who also did this back-to-back nights. Speaking of repeat moments, what's worse? Kemba shimmy, or the time where Nick Young throws it up with only 5 seconds left in the game and turns around and throws up his hands. He even looks back to realize he missed it. Don't celebrate too early, but if you do, at least make sure to double check like Young. Take for instance this clip of Barbarossa running up the floor and getting it to Jared Dudley for a wide open 3. Believing in his teammate, Barbarossa does the classic turnaround and throws his hands up and holds steady. All the while, Dudley bricks the three, and someone in the crowd must have pointed it out to him because Barbarossa immediately runs back on defense after the open miss. Or how about when a lead itself runs away as fast as the Brazilian blur? We have another Nets highlight, but this is the year of All-Star D'Angelo Russell. Kings are up by 16 in the fourth quarter, but D'Lo starts storming back as he climbs his career high into the 40s. And did I say this was another Brooklyn clip? Well, this is also another Dudley clip, baby. Give him the redemption arc. Jared Dudley gives them the lead to complete an unreal comeback. With a blown possession for Sacramento, the Nets drive in for the last-second layup to secure the win. The Kings thought they were safe. They had no idea this was Dudley's moment. No one tell Von Wafer, but this might be the most watched NBA moment after all these years. In 2011, Wafer drives into an open lane for a monstrous slam, but he missed. Look at this man, though he has no idea. He's already celebrating like all the cameras are on him. He thinks he's about to start running to the other side for defense, but instead runs into his teammates and causes him to double dribble, thus completing a perfect too early celebration. But honestly, one of the greatest to ever play the game celebrating too early might be perfection. The soon-to-be all-time leading scorer of the NBA has had his fair share of early celebrations. In this case, James finds an open Kyrie for an easy three. Not even stopping to celebrate, he decides to just keep on running to the other side. Kyrie misses the shot and LeBron is nowhere to be seen on his side of the floor, having kept running all the way to Los Angeles. Another missed shot from a superstar came much more recently. In this case, it's crucial free throws in the playoff, courtesy of Paul George in the Western Conference Finals. The Clippers had been in the driver's seat for most of the game, but Phoenix clawed their way back to be within a single point. And then with the final play, Crowder inbound passes it to a cutting Ayton for the alley-oop. Phoenix went on to beat the Clippers, showing how even with a lead, it could come down to just a few key moments. In that same year of playoffs, the Eastern Conference had its own early celebrations. With final possession of the game, Brooklyn needed a three to eliminate the Bucks. With no Jared Dudley anymore, Kevin Durant ISO'd and sank a triple. Everyone started cheering as they got ready to move on to the conference finals, except after an instant replay, it was discovered that KD's foot was just on the line and the shot would only be 2 points. The Nets couldn't finish it in overtime and went from cheering to shell-shocked as the win slipped through their fingers. Whether it's shimmying away from a miss, blindly celebrating teammates, or falling victim to a last-second heave, early celebrations can cause some insane moments in the NBA.